everyone. Welcome back to yet an amazing episode of Corporate Talk 360 with me, Rachael. And today I'm with Sharon again.
A third time.
Imagine. How have you been?
I'm good.
What has caught your attention this week?
One lesson that I have to keep on learning. I don't know why I never learn, but one lesson I have really learned this week is if it's beyond your control, relax. There's nothing you can't do about it.
Yeah.
It's not working on the other side. Just relax. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Relax and wait things unfold the way they are meant to. Because imagine if something really bad happened yesterday that you could not do anything to run away from. You could not do anything to caution it. And you're on your bed crying over it and everything. And tomorrow you wake up and move on with other things. So one lesson I have learned this week is if you can't do anything about it, let it go. Just let it slide. Let it unfold the way it's meant to. And one thing I have been doing this week, because I've been in many situations of such things this week, is when someone tells me I tried and it couldn't work, I just say it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't have those questions of why, what were you doing? No, if you come late,
It's fine.
you didn't do it, it's fine.
Interesting.
Growing, stuck in pressure.
So from my end, there's this book I'm reading, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. And the writer, Shoe Dog is, Phil Knight is the founder and I think the CEO right now of Nike. Yeah. So there's a statement he made, because it's a memoir, and he was saying that if you do not grow, you die. So life is generally about growth. So I think it's like we have learned something similar.
Yeah.
That life is generally about growth, and if you stop growing, you die. Imagine.
So growing in all aspects of your life, spiritually,
emotionally, mentally, hey, physically. We need the physical one for sure.
Growth.
We need Jesus.
I think most important mentally. Yeah. Because what else could you be doing if you're not developing yourself mentally? What else? Of course, you're growing physically.
Yeah.
That's natural.
Yeah.
Mentally. Because there are a lot of things that are fed in the mental space.
Yeah.
Emotions, spirituals, and all the other things. Yeah, so growth.
And there are some areas when you align.
Yeah.
When you align your mental health, then you find all the other things will just flow.
Yeah.
So profound. I think we learned almost the same thing this week.
Almost the same thing.
Then that's the
there
reason.
are always lessons to be learned.
I think that's the reason why we met today.
Yeah. And I love Kenyans. Kenyans are very creative. I was seeing a meme, but it's in Swahili for your international audience. Someone will translate. There's a meme that made me laugh so much, I think last month. And the meme was, uzuri, ukikata kulearn lesson, ulimwengu itaendelea
There's a methali that says, usipofunzwa na mamako, utafunzwa na ulimwengu. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so they say, if you refuse to learn, ulimwengu will not get tired of teaching you. You have to pass that exam.
And the ulimwengu is so harsh. Oh my God.
It's bad.
Okay, that's so nice.
Yeah.
So interesting to know how your week or what has captured your attention this week. So welcome. In this episode, we are going to talk about lessons, our corporate life's lessons. So I think we are now in our 6th year in corporate.
Yeah.
We're in our 6th year in corporate, and I think by year 5, we already have something to talk about.
Quite a lot.
The experience that we have had in the corporate space. And today I'll allow you to start us off. What have you learned?
Unlike you, I think you've only worked for 2 organizations.
For 2 corporates, yeah.
I have worked in around 7 7. So I don't stay too long. I honestly feel like I thought that when the temple no longer serves me, then I ought to leave. But my lesson is we should learn to be resilient and persevere. No one said it was going to be easy.
Yeah.
Not in any part of your life. So just as any other thing in your life, corporate is not easy, honestly. It is not. And sometimes just waking up to show up in that office can become so tough. You just don't want to wake up and go to that office, but you have to do it anyway. So one thing I've learned is to be resilient and persevere in whatever space I find myself in, because there will be always those days that things just look like they are not working. There will be those days that you meet people that just don't like you. There are those, you will not escape this by moving to the next job.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like moving to the next job should be something to do with your personal growth and not you're moving because you don't like this space.
So I recently listened to Patricia Itau in an interview. She's the CEO Scan Group, and she said as a corporate professional, you need to have an 1,000-day rule. Now you see, 1,000 days is equivalent to 3.5 years. And during this period, you have a window to, first of all, learn the business, understand what you're supposed to do, get your foundation like grounded by year 3. And then when you're getting to year 3, that's when you start planning your exit plan. You get so that at least you can build that confidence to know that this is the right time to exit. You're just not exiting for the sake of exiting, because again, employing is very expensive, and an employer doesn't want to bring you in knowing that in the next few months you're exiting.
True.
Yeah.
It's a problem with Gen Z. 3 years is such a long time for them.
I know.
And they just want to be hopping from one to the next.
One place to, and does that speak of you as a Gen Z?
Not really.
In your 10th job now?
Not really. I wouldn't say mine was jumping from one place to the next. I was just unfortunate to be getting contractual jobs.
Yeah.
Very short contracts. So and it's not my wish to hope.
Yeah.
It's because the contract has lapsed and I have to move to the next.
Yeah. Something I have learned in the corporate space is know your worth.
Yeah.
When I was getting into the corporate space, I didn't know my worth. I really didn't know my worth. I just wanted money. But even if you ask me how much money I wanted, I didn't know the exact amount of money I wanted, for sure. So I remember negotiating my first salary is my biggest nemesis in the corporate space. And I feel like I underquoted, and because of that, all the other places I would go, they would always want your pay slips or something, and you can't lie and tell them, oh, I was earning this much. But because of that first one that you did, so my life lesson is know your worth, know how much people in your profession are earning, so that even when you're going to quote, you get to know, oh, an associate, like for me, I'm working in an accounting firm. So you'd say an associate in this firm, and of course you'll get to know other people in these other companies. So you'd ask, if this associate is earning this much, I have been called as an associate in this other area. It's as easy as asking someone, what is your salary range? Because people cannot tell you the truth. You just tell them, give me your salary range, so that at least I can. But also with social media, you can be able to search and find people in these positions, what is their job, how is it called, their salary range and things like that, so that it can help you negotiate your salaries in this boardroom.
Just to add on that, I think you will cover a whole other topic of how to get a job and where to get it. But something about LinkedIn that people don't utilize is that when you're applying for a job, that organization that you're applying for, the employees are listed on LinkedIn. And imagine it takes you to just reach out to one of them.
Yeah.
Most of them are not selfish with the information, because a mistake I made is I got an interview with a very reputable organization in Kenya, an energy company, and I never knew they pay as well.
Yeah.
Because I had a background in banking, and everyone, of course, out here expects a bag. You must have been paid so well.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I qualified for the interview, only to be asked my salary expectation. And you could see the shock on their faces when I said that. They were paying like 3 times what
you had
quoted.
requested.
And before I went for that interview, I had reached out to someone on LinkedIn. I asked them all the other things except that question of salary expectation.
Oh no.
So I came to ask after the interview, and what she told me, I didn't believe. So as much as you're working for an organization that pays you really less, try, if you're applying for an organization, try reach out to someone either on LinkedIn or wherever you can find them, just to ask, for this role that I am applying, what is the salary range?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a very important question, even for these people interviewing you,
Yeah.
because they are wondering, do you really know your worth?
Do you think you lost the job because of underquoting?
Not really. Could be a reason. I could have been considered for the next, because for that particular one they had written they preferred male. Okay. And I was the only lady among the 4 men. So I think their preference was just a male. Yeah. But I also think, because I could see the shock on their faces when I said my salary range.
Yeah.
They expected me to quote higher. Yeah. So be keen on salaries and know your worth, as she has said. So I'll talk about effective communication. You find that you have frictions with a lot of your colleagues just because of a word or a sentence.
I know.
Imagine just communicate. I wonder why it's so difficult for Kenyans to communicate. And people will blame you for being tough on them, or people will even assume you as being a rude person.
Yeah.
When for you, you just needed them to say, just tell me as it is. Because we are working and all of us have to be aligned so that we get the results. And a big challenge, honestly, in corporate is communication, even for the clients.
Yeah.
Because you don't get it. You really don't get it. So effective communication is a big deal. On my side, as a learner, I will try to embrace it even in my future opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's something I also picked out on a life lesson that I have, and this is with regards to office politics. Office politics is inevitable. You remember when you were talking about some things you just don't need to exit an organization because of some things.
Yes.
You get, because whatever you're running away from on this side,
is
you're gonna get it
on
on the other side. So I remember there's a time I was experiencing a really rough season at my place of work, and I kept on crying. I used to go back home and I cry a lot. I think because I had risen the ranks really fast, and people didn't want me as a boss. So it was so tough. And today I went back home and I was telling my dad, oh, I'm really experiencing a rough patch at work and things like that. And my dad is like, go today, the nurses have caused you trouble. Tomorrow it will be the
lab
doctors.
technician.
The other time it will be. So you notice that if you run away from this one, another one will show up. And sometimes even in these other corporate spaces that you go, maybe you can have an issue with the operations person, the human resource person. You might think you're running away from a human resource person in this corporate, but the one you're rushing to
even worse.
Is even worse.
Yeah. My third lesson, and probably the last one, would be embrace continuous learning. I have learned as an adult that this is my personal journey. Nobody is coming to tell me to go to the next level. I have already done my H44 system, done with it. And it is now upon me to be at par with the trends in our society today. So you have to do this intentionally. Go out there, get the opportunities you can get to learn, just so that you are at par with the trends in our society, especially technology-wise. as much as you are learning other things, there's so much to be learned on our media, on our phones, the gadgets we are currently using. Yeah, so learn. You don't have to go to class to learn. We have an advantage of YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube. And Kenyans are honestly not using the internet well, even for our children. If you can just take a day to learn 1 or 2 skills from YouTube, then you'll be way ahead of so many people. Just learn. Learn how to edit if you need to. Learn how to do things with your phone. It is not as basic as just receiving calls and replying to messages.
I hope Caro has picked the editing bit.
Caro, please. You have to learn.
Another thing that I have learned in the corporate space, and this is very important, you people, you should listen. Your network is your net worth. That's all you listen to, Sindio. But from my end, listen to me. Your network is your net worth. Use it. I have, most of us garner a lot of contacts. We write emails, we write phone numbers in our phones. We have them. I know if you look at your phone right now, you have over 700 contacts. How many do I have? 1,000 plus. You have how many? 2K? 1,000. Dennis, how many do you have?
3,000.
1,300.
1,300. Tonny, how many contacts do you have?
5,000.
We have a lot of contacts, but we do not use these contacts. We don't use the contacts that we have. And it's as simple as having conversations with these people, getting to interact with them. If it is a speaker and you're privileged to get, because I see for most of these webinars we do, the speakers, they could be senior people in these organizations. They drop their contacts in the chat box. But once we are done, we have no business with these people. And we are saving and holding contacts. Just to tell someone, oh, I know so and so, even here is their number. But you're not using the contact.
And that's why so many people pull. You look familiar. Where did you meet?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I even wonder why. I think we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Why do you connect to people on LinkedIn? Why? Because what other business do you have on LinkedIn? So after connecting then, and I think I have learned since our last conversation, I really do connect. Just send a, hi, my name is, and this is my line of career. If you have any opportunity, can you plug me in? So we can use our networks really well.
Or rather connect with intentionality. You're not just connecting for the sake of connecting. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
It's so amazing here anytime you come. And I pray that you will always be coming. You could even be a resident host.
Who knows?
You can send me an invoice here and there. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate, and we know that in this platform you get value for your data, value for your time, and so much value that will help you become a better person in the office. This has been Corporate Talk with Rachael Otin. And my request to you is that you like, share this video, comment, down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, then you will be amongst the first people to receive it. Until next time, bye.
Hey, I won.